Alright guys, so you'll notice in I guess the last video that I said I'm going to be selling this plant food company. So I'm going to start with the nitrogen products. Two of them I don't have here. They're already on the website, but I'll go over these two that I do have here. This one is actually not on the website yet. It will be soon. So I can't promise you for sure that this one's going to be on there by the time the website goes live, but it should be very, very shortly on that. And so first, let me get this out of the way. I contacted Plant Food Company. They don't have anything to do with this. They're not selling to me direct or anything. I'm buying this stuff and I'm selling it myself to you guys. I'm just trying to offer it to you guys in a smaller amount, even though it's still 2.5 gallons. I mean, unfortunately, that's the smallest they offer. So for you guys with a smaller yard, understand, this stuff will last 2-3 years. So, and that's with any of these products. The main thing is don't let them freeze. They can't be frozen, or they can't get froze. So, you can use this 1 year. Make sure the cap's back on it tight. Put it away in your garage, on your shelf somewhere, as long as it don't get freezing temperatures. Use it again the next year, and then you can use it again the next year. You just, you need to make sure you shake it up on that right there. So back to Plant Food Company. They gave me the go ahead that I could do this on my own, so that's what I'm going to do. And I've been totally transparent with you folks before. A lot of you guys, and it's not just YouTube, it's on Facebook and Instagram. They're saying, you're using products that we can't get. And I've been transparent with you guys. You can buy this stuff. You just have to go through a Plant Food Company rep. And I'm pretty sure most of the reps sell it in 5-gallon cases. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm offering it to you in a smaller quantity to where, if you guys want to use it, then you can get your hands on it. As far as, buying this stuff, I mentioned, you can get it through a Plant Food Company rep. And that's true. There are 2 other places that sell this online. I'm not going to mention the names of them. I encourage you to search Buy Plant Food Company online, and I'm sure you'll see something that comes up. And, you can look at the prices for those folks. That's not including shipping. And you can look at the price of mine, and that's not including shipping either. So you can compare the prices there, and you can see, you can make the decision whichever way you want to buy it. Let's start off with this one. This is the one that I run early spring. I know a lot of you guys are just now getting started, so this is a excellent fertilizer for that. It's all fast release. So your 3 nitrogen sources in it. It's 2.25% ammoniacal, 2.25% nitrate, 13.5% urea. Has your micros in it. I'm not gonna sit there and say you need all these micros. No, you don't. It does have some iron in it, so that'll help color, and it does have amino acids in it, which will help some, stress and some color also. And this one right here, I've got it on my website for $79.99. So for 2.5 gallons. So, it's pretty well in line with a lot of online a lot of other online fertilizers. Just a touch higher, but you know, there's not too many that's got all your micros and your amino acids in it also. So I want to do a cost breakdown on this. $79.99 for 2.5 gallons. That's basically, we'll call it right at 25 cents a gallon, or 25 cents an ounce. I'm sorry, 25 cents an ounce. So if you're doing, let's say you want to put down 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen, that's the way I do, and you got a 10,000 square foot yard. So you'll need 6.71 ounces per 1,000 square feet. That will get you 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen. So for a 10,000 square foot yard, you'll need 67 ounces. So at 67 ounces times 25 cents, let's see what that is. And you can do the math with me. 67 times 0.25, that's $16.75 for an application. So I mean, that's really not that bad if you sit there and really look at it. And that's for a 10,000 square foot yard. A lot of you guys have got small yards, and some of you guys have got bigger yards like me, so you just automatically know if you got a bigger yard, it's going to cost more. So I mean, that pretty well covers this one. Like I mentioned, this one's going to be excellent for early spring, fall, late fall, because it's, you know, your nitrate nitrogen is going to be the best in cooler weather. Then your ammoniacal and your urea. So you're gonna, you know, you're gonna get the response from the nitrate and some ammoniacal. And when the soil temperatures get up around 55 degrees, your urea is going to start kicking in. So let me add this in here, and please listen to this very carefully. You need to calibrate your sprayer. Your sprayer has got to be calibrated, and you really need to be spraying at a 1 gallon per 1,000 or more calibration when you spray this, because this can get hot. So if you guys buy this, please calibrate your sprayer. I don't want to see you burn your yards up, because it can happen. And it's the same thing goes if you was just spraying straight urea or straight ammonium sulfate. You gotta calibrate your sprayer, guys. This ain't a guessing game. It's not a spray and pray. So when I do spray this, I spray it 2 gallons per 1,000 square feet. Now I do run this through my fertigation, so there's no issue with water volume going through the fertigation. But you can totally spray this. I would recommend, do not spray this if it's super hot or super dry conditions. You need to wait till there's some moisture in the soil. If you have irrigation, you can spray it and water it in immediately, or you can let it sit 6 hours and then water it in. So that would be the best option for using this right here. And this is a great product. This is what, you know, like I mentioned, this is what I use early spring, late fall. So we'll go to this one next. This is what I typically run in the summer. Same thing, I do 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen every 2 weeks. This is a 2900. It's a 50% slow release. I don't know the price completely on this. I imagine it's probably going to be a little cheaper than the 1834. I'm just not positive yet. I don't think it'll be any more than that. So this one right here, like I mentioned, 2900. It's a 50% slow release nitrogen. It's got calcium, sulfur, and micros in it. This has 4 sources of nitrogen. So immediately available, you're going to have 1.2% ammoniacal nitrogen, 1.2% nitrate nitrogen, and you're going to have 12.1% urea. Then you have your 14.5% slow urea, which is a urea trizone. So that's where your slow release comes from, the urea trizone. So you're going to get a response, and then you're going to get some slow feed with this one right here. And that's why I like this one, you know, when it starts getting warmer later on in the spring. So I don't have the math on this one, but if you're gonna do, I think, let's see here. Just bear with me, and I'll talk to you while I'm doing this. So if you want to do 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen, 1,000 square feet, and you know, you have to know your weight. I do want to mention that you have to know your weight per gallon, which is on here, to figure out a liquid nitrogen. Gallon, 10.4 pounds per gallon. So 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen with this would be 4.24 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So, you know, this is going to be a pretty good value with the higher nitrogen. Plus, it has no phosphorus, has no potassium. If you're good on all that stuff, then this is for you right here. There's 2 other nitrogens I have on my website. This plant food company also. I don't have those here. One of them is a 1836, and it's a 50% slow release. And you know, for you guys that need some phosphorus or potassium, that's going to be a good one. And there's another one, a 2800. It's 72% slow release. It's urea trizone. So you can look at those. They're on my website. All the descriptions are on the website from Plant Food Company. All the rates. The good thing about these products is the rates are right there on the jug. If I would have been smart enough when I was configuring this 1/10 of a pound, I would have looked on the jug. It's right in front of me. So sometimes I'm not all there myself. So like I mentioned, calibrate your sprayer, guys. And as far as the shipping on this stuff, unfortunately I can't eat the shipping. I just can't do it. Pete, GCI, he don't eat the shipping. He charges shipping. Most companies do charge shipping unless it's built into the price, and I don't have it built into the price. The only thing that is built into the price is I have to buy the boxes to ship it in, and those boxes cost $2.87 a box. So that's built into the shipping. The rest of it, you pay what it costs to get to you guys. I can't be more fair than that right there. I just can't eat the shipping. So hopefully this should be live to order, except maybe this one when you see this video. And some of you guys are going to ask, you know, why not just spray ammonium sulfate or urea? Well, you can, and you'll get a good response, and you'll get a good value out of that. There's nothing wrong with it, other than, I guess, you know, melting down the fertilizer. You know, that's kind of a pain in the butt, time consuming. You know, I guess you can mix ammonium sulfate and urea together, like these right here. You know, I mean, these doesn't have it in it. There's 4 sources of nitrogen. So, you know, you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're paying for convenience, and then you're also paying for, you know, the different sources of nitrogen to get you what you're trying to achieve, which is a quick green up with different sources. As I mentioned, the nitrate's going to be the best in the cooler weather, and with this one you're going to have some slow release nitrogen in it also to, you know, feed out through the year. So if you guys got any questions on this stuff, join my group, primetimefescue.com. You can follow me on Instagram. You can send me a message there. You can send me a message over Facebook. You can message me in the comments on YouTube. But the website's primetimefescue.com. I will put that in the description. And the way to get to these products is when you go to my webpage, there'll be three little lines on the top left-hand corner. You'll go down to catalog. You'll hit catalog, and it'll show you the products. And you'll add them to the cart. It'll configure the shipping for you, and then you're good to go. And I ship this stuff normally within 1 to 2 days. But hopefully you guys will want to use some of this. I'm just being completely honest and transparent. I'm tired of hearing the comments about I'm using stuff that nobody else can get. So now's your chance to get it. If you want to see what it does, there you go. And I mean, you're still going to have to put the work in to get a nice yard. It don't matter what products you got. I mean, I do contribute to my yard looking good by these products and some of the other products I'm going to go over, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to put in the work to get the results. So 2 more products I'm going to go over in this video. We'll start with this one right here. This is your 12 iron. This is going to give you that deep dark green color. So this is called 12 iron because it is 12% nitrogen. It's 6% iron. It has magnesium in it, sulfur, manganese. The iron cleat on this is a glucoheptanate. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So this is without a doubt, and I'm not just saying this, this is without a doubt the best iron I've ever put my hands on. It's the quickest response I've seen out of any iron. The glucoheptanate cleat, I think that's where that comes in right there. But this one here though, guys, this is pay attention here. This is one that you don't want to spray when it's hot and when it's dry, just like the 1834. This one will get you, and you need to be calibrated again. You need to be calibrated for any product you're applying, and you need to apply it per the label. So, calibration is key to be able to apply it correctly according to the label. So, again, don't spray it when it's hot and when it's dry. If you're using this with like a 1834 or the 2900 that I just showed you, let it sit for 6 hours so it'll soak in and the leaf will take it up, and then you can water it in. Don't put this down and then water it in. Let it sit there. 6 hours is plenty. It'll take up all it needs, and then you'll get a response after that. I typically see a response about 12 hours after spraying this. So, and as far as the rate goes on this, I sprayed at 2 ounces per 1,000. The recommended rate's 2 to 3 ounces per 1,000. I sprayed at 2. Anything over 3 ounces, you're going to take a chance of turning it black. And I've actually sprayed it at 3 ounces per 1,000 and seen some blackening. And you guys know that I have a ride-on sprayer. It drops foam, so there's not much of a chance for me overlapping and screwing up. So I'll caution you on that. I would spray it at 2 ounces per 1,000. You should see plenty of response with this at that rate. With that cleat and 6% iron. So, and once again, the rates are on here. It's going to tell you at 2 ounces per 1,000, you're going to get 0.02 pounds of nitrogen, because this is 12% nitrogen, 12% urea. So we'll move on to the sugar cow here. There's been a lot of talk about, do you really need calcium or not? And you know, guys, I can't answer that question. I'm not a scientist. This is something that I run, but I don't run it constantly. I use this as a foliar application. So it is a 10% calcium. It's a pretty color also. So, you know, calcium is essential for, you know, building cell walls, structural strength, which, you know, provides the plant rigidity and just overall strength. Calcium helps with absorbing nutrients. So essentially, it makes nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium work better. It improves the transportation of those. So, you know, without getting too scientific, which I'm not too scientific about this, I'm sure I'll get corrected if this video gets out, but it'll be okay. I don't have no problem with that. I don't know everything. I don't claim to. So I just, you know, I don't go out and apply stuff for no reason, though. Me personally, I am a little low on calcium. It is on the low side of the soil test. Now, whether that's needing it or not, you know, when you interpretate that low, I mean, that seems like, you know, you need it. Moderate, probably not. But I am on the low side of calcium. So if you're adequate, you probably don't need this. If you're adequate in anything, you don't need to be using it. There's no reason to use it. So other than that, same applies for these. The shipping, you know, you pay the shipping to you. That's the fairest way I can do that without jacking the price just super sky high. In the next video, we'll go over biostimulants. So be on the lookout for that one. Plant Food Company does have some pretty extreme biostimulants versus some of the most of the other companies. Period. You're talking, you know, amino acids and plant hormones and, you know, B vitamins, salicylic acid. So they're pretty well loaded down. So if you want to watch that video, it'll be coming to you shortly. So I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Any of you folks got any questions about the 1834? That's no iron applied. Still a little brown down here where it don't get a lot of sun, but that's no iron. Yes, it just got done raining, but you know, I gotta make these videos when I make them. So it wasn't like this. Obviously the temps are coming up some, so that's helped the color, but I'm telling you, that 1834 is the real deal for a green up.